Hi folks, and welcome back to Math with Captain Rod. I'm making this video here to help show you how to find the sum of a series. So we're going to look at the following examples here, all listed out on the page. I've got 6 examples. And we're going to do this by what I would just call brute force. Sometimes when you're finding the sum of a series, it can be done with special formulas depending on the type of series. However, in these examples, we're just going to do this by like I said, a brute force method where we're going to write out the sum and take a calculator and add them. So I'm going to take a look at this one first here. So the sum from n equals 1 to 6 of the quantity n plus 3. So if we write this out, what we're going to have is, I'm going to write this as the sum, of the following terms. So I'm going to put a 1 here. We're going to have 4 plus, I don't actually need the sum symbol because that's what the plus sign here means. So we're going to have 4, and now I'm going to put in an n equals 2 here, plus 5, plus now I'm going to put in an n equals 3. We're going to get 6, then n equals 4, and then n equals 5 is going to give us an 8, and then n equals 6 is going to give us a 9. I'm going to go ahead and, for the sake of not doing much work, add these up and I get 39. Alright, take a look at this animal here. Now, one thing to notice is that here you notice that this starts with n. It says n equals 1, and this one says I equals 1. That doesn't matter, right? This variable, this n, the I, sometimes you'll see k's or other variables there. This is what's referred to as a dummy variable. It doesn't matter what you call it. You can call this thing anything you want. So it would be exactly equivalent to saying the sum from n equals 1 to 4 of n cubed. That part does not matter. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and write these out. Putting a 1 in, 1 cubed is 1, plus putting a 2 in, 2 cubed is 8, plus putting a 3 in, 3 cubed is 27, plus putting a 4 in, and I believe that 4 cubed is 64. That's what I thought. I'll go ahead and put 64 there. Right? I'm getting these values just by putting in the different values for I and then cubing them. And now we're going to sum them all up. Oops, maybe give me a moment. And I get 100. All right, that's a happy number. All right, let's take a look at this animal. Alright, so writing out the sum. So starting with n equals 1, we're going to have 3 plus putting in n equals 2 here. 3 squared is 9. Then we're going to put n equals 3, and 3 to the third is 27. And if we sum that one up, we get, let's see, 39. Alright, let's take a look at this one. And the first thing I notice is the I and the N does not match. I probably just miscopied that. Taking a look at the example that I copied this down, this was supposed to be an I here. My apologies. Alright, so the sum of the quantity 2i minus 3 squared from I equals 1 to 6. This one's going to be a little bit of writing. So, alright, putting a 1 here. This is going to give us 2 minus 3, which is minus 1. Squared is 1. Then we're going to put a 2 in here. 4 minus 3 is 1. Squared is 1. Then we'll put a 3 in for I. 6 minus 3 is 3. Squared is 9. Then we're going to put a 4 in for I. Let's see. 8 minus 3. Let me get rid of that. That's not a comma there. I'm not sure how that got there, but that's 2i minus 3. All right, what was I doing here? I was putting in the fourth value. 2 times 4, 8, minus 3, 5 squared is 25. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now we're going to put a 5 in. We're going to 10 minus 3 is 7. Squared is 49. Now we're going to put a 6 in. 12 minus 3, 9, squared is 81. And now I'm just going to go through and add these all up. 166 is what I get out of that. All right, now we're going to take a look at these. First thing I'm going to do is make myself a little more room. Actually, to tell you the truth, let's make quite a bit more room. We'll scale this down, move these up. All right. All right, so let's see what we got going on right here. Now, you'll notice that this one starts at I equals 3, and I'm going to double check on the notes that I have that I'm working from, and yes, that does start at 3. So most of the examples you'll see, the dummy index, whatever it is, I, K, whatever you want to call it, and a lot of times these will start at 1. Another real common starting place is 0, but they can start anywhere. There's nothing wrong with starting that at I equals 3, so we're going to do that. Starting at I equals 3, 1 minus 3 is minus 2 over 3, plus, pardon me, going to 4, the next term, 1 minus 4 is negative 3 over 4, plus, next term, now we're at I equals 5, 1 minus 5 is negative 4 over 5. Next term, for the 6, 1 minus 6 is negative 5 over 6. All right, and now what I'm going to do is go through and add these, and if you don't mind, I'm just going to do this with a calculator because I don't feel like doing any arithmetic this morning. Okay, I got 3.05 out of that, minus 3.05 out of that. Again, you can find a common denominator and add these would be perfectly fine. I just didn't feel like doing it. So I'm just going to kind of glance this over, make sure that looks about right. Yeah, a little more than 1. More than 1. Okay, yeah, that looks about right. All right, let's take a look at what's going on over here. So starting at n equals 2, so let's write these out. Oops. I want to make myself a little more room here. Maybe we scale that down now. Move it off to the side. There. All right. Sequences and series, very exciting. Starting at n equals 2, so this is going to be 3 times 2 squared. Let's see, 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1, 13. Now we'll go to n equals 3. Squared is 9. Times 3 is 27. Plus 1, 28. Now we'll go to n equals 4. That's going to give us 16 times 3, 48. Plus 1, 49. Gotta remember where I was. So 2, 3, 4. Okay. N equals 5. Squared is 25. Times 3, 75. Plus 1, 76. And now we'll go to n equals 6. Squared is 36. Times 3, 108. Plus 1, 109. So there are the terms here. Now we will just add them, and if you give me a moment, I will do that. $275. All right. So again, I was making this video here to help demonstrate how to find the sum of a series. I hope that this demonstrates that adequately for you. Have a great day.